Welcome back to my channel, Corina's Cool Creation. I'm Corina, and we're going to do a whip and chat today. And I want to apologize for not having this out yesterday, but life happened and I won't say stuck, but I watched my grandbabies. They're a handful. They're 3 and 2, or one's fixing to turn 3 and the other one's 2. They're 11 months apart, and they are rambunctious little boys, let me tell you now. I am working on Worth Melting For by Diamond Art Club. This is a Mandy Manzano piece, as always, because I do Mandy. And I want to clear up something because I don't know if it was my last whip and chat or if it was my last video I put out. I was talking about Diamond Art Club and Mandy Manzano, and that she's the only one I've been doing here lately. Well, I have a good reason for that, other than loving the company, loving her paintings. I have bad, poor vision. Before we get into that, I'm going to turn on my light pad here and I'm going to start diamond painting. I have poor vision, so it is hard for me to do a lot of the confetti paintings. Not only are they harder for me to see, I have such high anxiety that the confetti makes me super nervous, and I'm not having fun when I do a lot of confetti. This is all about fun and enjoyment, and if you're not doing it for that, I don't know why you'd be doing it, but for me, it's the enjoyment, it's the relaxation. I need to turn my overhead light on, so I hope this doesn't glare more than what it already does. A little bit. Bring it down some. I'll try it that way. Yeah, I lost my train of thought of where I was going with that. Oh, my eyesight is really bad. I have to have a light pad on as high as it'll go. I have 2 drop lights now because my vision is not improving. It is actually getting worse. And with that being said, with the Mandy Manzano pieces, she does a lot of the color blocking, which I don't struggle to see. There's they're fairly big paintings, and she has a lot of the color blocking going on, and I can just see them better. So I do unboxings from other companies. My last one was an Amazon, and my next one's going to be an Amazon. And then I've got 2 more Diamond Art Clubs to unbox. And they will more likely be the ones that I do, just for the simple fact that it helps with my vision. I mean, it doesn't help with my vision, but I can see it more because of the problems that I have with my vision. So I hope I didn't offend anybody when I stated that I only do Mandy. Right now, until I can go get my eyes checked and get my new glasses, I'm going to be doing her. I love her work anyway. I'm not doing it because she's the only one I can do. I love her artwork. I love all the new paintings that she's got coming out or have come out, and there's more of her artwork yet to come out, and I can't wait. I'm hoping to eventually own every single round diamond painting, she does. I am, like I said, once I get my eyes checked and get new glasses, I'm hoping that maybe I can do some other paintings. But right now, when I diamond paint, I'm going to be doing Diamond Art Club and I'm going to be doing Mandy Manzano. So if that offends anybody, I apologize, but it is what it is. If you can't see very good, but you enjoy the craft, then you got to do what makes you happy. And this makes me happy. This is a happy spot for me. And if it wasn't for diamond painting, I don't know where I'd be at this point. So hopefully that'll clear up some misunderstanding. I got a few hate emails saying that, you're a YouTube creator, you should be doing more than Diamond Art Club. Well, for those haters, first of all, I love Diamond Art Club. It's not all about my vision. And how to say this without making it worse? If I'm doing another painting by somebody else, by another company, and I'm struggling to get through it because it has confetti in it somewhere or another. Now, Mandy's does too. It has some confetti. But she also does a lot of color blocking in her paintings. And I'm not going to repeat myself on that. But like I said, this is supposed to be all about the enjoyment. I enjoy it. And I'm not getting my point across very well, am I? No, I'm not. Anyway, to those haters, you can hate all you want. I'm not going to apologize for what I do and why I do it. I'm just going to say I enjoy this. I enjoy doing her pieces. And if you're not there for the enjoyment, why the hell are you here? So, well, I have a couple health updates. I know there's been a couple out there that's been concerned. Most of y'all know that I have an issue with falling. They think they figured out what's making me fall, and it is a health issue. It's not just me being fat and falling. I take quite a few psych meds. Come to find out, 2 of my psych meds causes low blood pressure. So when I'm standing up and falling, my blood pressure is actually bottoming out, and that's what's causing me to fall, especially when I go to get up. They have since taken me off that medication. They're working on trying different medications that they've taken me off of with something different that doesn't cause the low blood pressure. But they have to do it one at a time. And I have to be on each medication for a month at a time to make sure it's not the medication. And I have to go in every 2 weeks to have my blood pressure checked. So, it was like 89 over 53. That's how low it had been running, especially when I get up. It's a little higher when I'm resting, but when I stand up, that's what my blood pressure has been. So they're starting me back on some of my psych medications, but it's, like I said, one at a time for a month at a time. And if after a month my blood pressure stays regulated, then they'll try me on a second psych medication. I'll be on it for a month. If it caused problems, then they know it's that one and not the first one they've done. So that's why they're doing it a month at a time, to make sure the medications that I'm on isn't affecting my blood pressure from bottoming out. The downfall of that is I've been off certain psych medications and I've been in a funk, which most of y'all know because I've been in a few live chats and I've mentioned about being in my funk. Well, my psychiatrist now thinks, part of it's due to being off certain medications and not being on some of them has brought back my depression full force. I've always been depressed and have anxiety for the last 8 years. And it had just seemed to get worse. And, we know it's because of my psych medications. Well, my doctor also thinks, she wrote it down, so I'm going to read this to her. She recommends a mood lamp for seasonal affective disorder. I had heard of this one time, and that was from Rachel Ray here on YouTube. She had talked about her having the seasonal affective disorder and being on the light. So that on top of my regular depression just isn't a good thing. And so I haven't put out as many videos. I haven't done a whip and chat in 2 weeks. I've enjoyed doing this and I feel so much better when I do it. It's just getting motivated to do it because I have no motivation to do anything other than watch TV and diamond paint. So she wants me to get a mood lamp for that and see if that doesn't help, during the change of seasonings. And she said that I could, turn on the lamp for 15 minutes at a time, even when the seasons aren't changing, just to get in the habit of doing it every day for 15 minutes. And, she said that she feels like I would start to feel better and get out of this funk. So I've got 2 things working against me right now. I've got my medication switch out, and then I've got now the seasonal affective disorder. So hopefully they figured out everything and everything's going to start getting better from here. I haven't even left my house this month. I went to my pain med doctor last month, and that's been the last time I left my house. I am leaving Wednesday because I have a doctor's appointment. It's my pain med doctor, and be getting out there. So I have a couple paintings I'm mailing out to different people. So I'm hoping to get that in the mail Wednesday the 3rd for those 2 who are expecting paintings from me. I know one is diamond painting with eskies, and I don't know the other lady's name off the top of my hat, but it is written down in my purse, waiting for me to get to the post office. So I'm going to look her back up on my video where I told her I'd give it to her. and message her through YouTube and tell her, um, that her painting will be on the way Wednesday, that I hadn't forgot, that you will get it. And diamond painting with Esky, my last live I did, we had a pick by number contest, and she had won that contest, and so she is getting a real pretty cottage scene. Cottage scenes are the worst for me because of the confetti in it. There's no way I could ever have done that painting. There's just no way. My anxiety just won't let me do it. I haven't finished Adello because of that, the confetti, and I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to cut off the bottom that I don't have done and just do it that way. I'm not having fun on that painting. I have not had any fun on that painting. I have struggled to get done what I've gotten done. And I got like a 2-inch section across the whole bottom that I just can't do. I can't do it. I can't. For those of you that have anxiety, understand where I'm coming from, but those who don't, it's a numbing feeling when your anxiety is so off the charts that, okay, I'd rather not diamond paint at all if I had to do that. And that's the way I feel about Adello and all the paintings that I've attempted to do and have confetti. I started off with a couple, like 3 or 4 confetti paintings. Luckily, before that, I had done a couple partials, so I knew I enjoyed doing this. And it wasn't until I discovered Diamond Art Club that I realized, hey, there is paintings out there I don't struggle with. So, but yeah, anxiety and depression can just be mind numbing to where you don't want to do anything. And when you do it, you're not happy about doing any of it. Even things that, sometimes makes you happy. I've never felt that way about diamond painting. I've only felt that way towards certain pictures. But now I know how to order for myself. If I see other paintings that have, larger amounts of color blocking, then I will also start ordering them. But until I see them, I'm sticking with what I'm doing. And if y'all know of any, color blocking paintings, think of me and let me know, message me through one of my videos, even if it's an older video, I still get notification when somebody comments on that video. So, yeah, let me know if you find any that's got the big color blocking. One of the things I also like is doing like the animated animals. That's something I've enjoyed doing, and I do the animation is because they have more color blocking than the live still pictures of animals. The live still pictures has a lot of confetti in it, whereas the cartoons don't. So I've got some of them in my cart at AliExpress. I'm just looking for the right time to order them. I'm thinking they've got a sale coming up, and if they got a sale, then I plan on ordering some of them, just to see how I fare with other paintings like that. So I know I like them. It just depends on, how much there is color blocking, how much confetti that's on it. I can handle some confetti. I just can't handle a lot of it. Let me see here. I had things written down, and then I lost my piece of paper on what I was going to write down and what I was going to talk about. Yada, yada, yada. And as usual, I forget where I put it. I have a habit of putting up things so I don't lose it. But my problem is, once I put it up, I forgot where I put it. So it doesn't do me any good. And I don't remember that until I go to look for it and think, where in the heck did I hide that? Does anybody else do that? Put things up so you don't lose it and then you can't find it? Forget where you put it? And I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment with my mother, so it's not like I have a lot of places to hide things or to put them up. It'll be like 6 months later when I've already replaced something or just haven't gotten a replacement of it. I'll find it and go, oh, that's where I put it. That's how bad my memory is sometimes. Yeah, I think my memory's pretty bad. Okay, so that's my health issues, and that's to clarify why I do Diamond Art Club, and I hope some of the haters out there kind of understand a little bit more on why I do what I do. And think about this. If you're not a YouTube creator, because YouTube creators understand each other, why we do certain things, and the criticism that we come against. Let me see how to say this. We put ourselves out there, to help people make a decision on paintings. We give advice to people who want it. And when we get haters, it's just sad because we're there to help. We're not there to criticize or anything on your work. So why criticize us on our work? And if you're that miserable in life, why do you have to make other people miserable with you? See the positive things. I have always been a half glass empty. My glass is always half empty. I've never been a half full type person. That's stemming back to some of my mental health issues, bad self-esteem, so you never know what a person is going through at the time. So I don't understand why you have to try to make other people miserable because you're miserable in life. Why the hate? I don't understand the hate. I think there's a lot of good in the world, and we need to try to make it a positive thing and not bring negativity to everyone that you feel the need to. And I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just talking to, like I said, the haters, the ones that are miserable, and that's probably going to piss some people off, but sorry. you know. So as I've mentioned, I've been babysitting quite a lot. Um, my oldest daughter is moving, and then my daughter that has the boys is helping her move. So I've been watching them as they move, and I hadn't had a chance to do this, or if I did, I was too exhausted to even attempt to do it because they wear me out. They wear me out. Nanas are supposed to be able to see them for as long as they want, but then once they start acting up, send them back to mama. That's not been the case with me. Mama's been busy, so I don't like the idea of them going into regular daycare. Um, I had my kids in daycare. I don't hate daycare. It's just if I can watch them babies, why not spend time with family instead of people they hardly know? So that's my aspect on that. I don't hate daycares. I just would rather my boys be here with me. My mom is having a turn for her worst health wise. She's getting to the point where she's having a hard time taking care of herself, and it's issues that she doesn't want me to help her with. So she's looking into going into an assisted living center, not a nursing home, but an assisted living. She doesn't want me to have to help out with certain things. And she said she'd rather go into an assisted living center than have to burden me. And I told her, that you would never be a burden to me. You're my mom, and that's what I'm here for, is to take care of you. But with my health issues here lately, I haven't had the ability to take care of both of us. I've done my best. I still take care of her medication. I still cook and clean. She just has certain needs that she's got to take care of herself personally. And I don't blame her. I think if I needed that type of help, put me in a nursing home, I wouldn't want a family member to have to take care of me in that way. Granted, let me live with you and you take care of me. But that's her outlook on things. She doesn't want to burden me any more than what I already am, but I don't look at it as being a burden. The only good side to her going into an assisted living center is that I can finally move home and be with my husband. This has been a rough 2 years. We're signing a new lease, but it's only going to be for 9 months because we're hoping to have her relocated into a living center within the next 9 months. Which it kind of breaks my heart, that I understand where she's coming from. But yeah, I'm also ready to move back home. I want my house back. The good thing is, why we've been living here, my husband has been redecorating. Yay. So it's like I get to go home to a whole different house. Of course, I'm over there all the time. But he's still in the process of doing the kitchen, which has taken him quite a long time, but he custom made all the cabinets and the cabinet doors, and he's putting in an island, and I just can't wait to get in there and cook. I'm not fond on cooking here at the apartment. It's just a plain kitchen. You don't have any room to do anything. I haven't made any fresh pasta since we moved here. And I used to make fresh egg noodles all the time. I would make my own spaghetti noodles. I just don't have the cabinet space to roll out my dough for pasta. You know, I have one of them KitchenAid mixers that's got the attachment part on the top of it to where you can put on it's a pasta, can't think of the word. It's where you load the dough through and you crank on it or you turn the power on and it forms the pasta, pushes out the dough and makes the long string spaghetti, where you can make it thicker like egg noodles. I love homemade egg noodles and chicken noodle soup, fresh homemade chicken noodle soup. So good. And there's nothing like eating a fresh bowl of spaghetti with homemade spaghetti. Yum, yum. So I can't wait for him to get that done. He said he should be done with it within the next 9 months. So hopefully it'll be, I doubt if it'll be in the next 3 or 4. But like I said, we've got 9 months to get out of here. So hopefully she'll be able to find something that she likes between now and the next 9 months. If not, we'll sign another lease. Just what sucks is that every year we sign a new lease, they go up on our rent. We started here at $600 a month. It's a small 2-bedroom. We pay $10 for the water a month, and that's it as far as rent. Well, the first year they went up on us $50, which you think $50 isn't a whole lot. Well, it is when you're both on disability and you can't afford to keep your rent to keep going up. This year they went up on us $30. So altogether, they've gone up on us $80 in the last almost 3 years now. We signed the new lease this month, and it takes effect in August. Takes effect in August, and $80 is a lot when you're looking at 2 old women on disability. If we'd have paid a little more attention to the contract, we'd have found out that they had the right to change their rent, or we might have been able to have that changed to where they couldn't go up, because there's some apartments that do that. You sign a lease and they leave it at that cost for the whole entire time you're there. They've done a lot of, I hit the camera. They're doing a lot of remodeling here, so they have to cover those expenses somehow, I guess, and go up on rent. The thing is, it's all on the outside. It's cosmetic. They put in new siding, not new siding, but yeah, I guess it's siding. New siding on the insides of the breezeways, and they put new doors in everybody's apartments. They had an old rundown basketball court that kids played on. You could still play on it, but they tore that up. They're going to make a dog park to where they can start finding people now for their dog's poop. Um, I don't have a dog. My dog died a year and a half ago, and I'm just not ready to get another one. So, um, that was just a not so funny joke. I'm changing colors. I went from 310s, now I'm doing 5200s. I told you I've been watching TV. I've even been bored with TV. I've watched nothing but the 4 Hunger Games movies for straight for the last 2 weeks. I take that back. It's not been straight. Big Brother started last week, so I watch Big Brother and I watch America's Got Talent. So that's the only 2 shows I've watched other than the Hunger Games. I know. I lead such a rich life. But like I said, I've had a lot of life going on, between my mother and my grandbabies. Um, my mom used to cook once a week because she enjoys cooking, and she's to the point where she can't do that anymore. She burns herself every time she cooks. So she's not cooking at all anymore. She can't do her laundry, so I'm having to do her laundry too. And I'm physically and mentally wore out right now. If it wasn't for my diamond painting, I think I'd be going crazy. Or should I say crazier than I already am? I guess I might take up Jennifer Roberts on being an ear to listen to. She said she'd listen to me and help me out anytime I needed it. I'm sure she would. I know she would. She's just such a sweet person. I love her attitude in all things. And she's there to help everybody and anybody she can within the virtual world, I say. I don't, I'm sure she does that on her outside life too. You know what I wonder is why Diamond Art Club couldn't have made all these princesses the same size. Now, I know all the new ones that come out are the same size as this one, which is a 42 by 125. But the Snow Queen, which is worth melting for sister, is bigger. So why not make Snow Queen bigger or all these other new princesses smaller? I know Diamond Art Club likes to take the guesswork out of pictures, but from here up is nothing but sky. I mean, this is all sky. And the Snow Queen, it doesn't have as much sky. And this shows her full dress, which in Snow Queen, it doesn't. So why not make them all the same size so they look good on the wall when they're all framed up? I've dropped my pen. I don't understand that. That's one thing with Diamond Art Club that I'm not understanding is why these can't be all the same size. Stretch out Snow Queen or shorten all these other princesses, which I wouldn't necessarily go smaller. but they take the artwork and they're the ones that blow it up, and they decide on what size it comes. There's a collaboration with the artist, but the artist wants, you know, good product, because, with Diamond Art Club, their artist gets commission, and so I wouldn't want them to go any bigger though. Some of these, yeah, well, some of them, but I wouldn't want them to go any bigger. I wouldn't have enough wall space to put them all up. Then I'd have to decide which ones to put up and which ones not to. And that would take me a long time to figure out because I'm so indecisive. I haven't even been able to catch a lot of lives. Last Friday, I fell asleep during Mrs. Coffee's live. And then my mother had a rough night last night. So after I got off DP Adventures with Jennifer Roberts, I had went in there and checked on my mom to make sure she was good for a while, and she wasn't. So I had to, take care of her needs. I went ahead and gave her medicine early, and she did not want to be alone last night. She wanted me in that living room with her. She almost started crying about it, so she was more important than alive. But I'm having a hard time blending into conversations now. And I don't know why, because I was so into YouTube and being in all the lives I could be in and participating so much in the live chats. But I don't know what has changed for me. I just can't seem to keep up with the conversation and fit myself into it. I don't know how to fit myself into the conversation anymore. So I've got to figure that out. If there's any suggestions out there, please let me know. Guys, I know this is a short one. This is only, 43 minutes so far. But I need to go check on my mom again, and I'm going to have to start supper here in a few minutes. If I'd have realized what time it was, I should have put this off for another hour and a half to where I could have went and fixed supper and got her settled. Once she eats supper, she's pretty much settled till it's time to take her medicine, and then from there it's bedtime, lights out for her. So with that said, I'm going to get off of here. I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend, and I promise that I'm going to try to do a live. I'm thinking I'm going to try Wednesday night. I don't think there's anybody that goes live on a Wednesday night at a regular time. If y'all know somebody who does lives Wednesdays, please let me know so I can try to fit this into a schedule. I don't even know of anybody that goes live Sunday. I know Jeremy Fryer goes live Sunday night, but I don't know of anybody that does it during the day. So if anybody has a good time suggestion, knowing what time everybody else does their lives, I thought about doing a morning live, but I like going into GGDPing. That's Ginger Diamond Painter. Um, she does quite a bit of them in the morning, so I didn't want to do that. But it's hard. There's still there's a lot of them that's been cut back to where there's not so many going on. But I got to start writing down everybody's time slots to where I can figure out a time to do mine. And then if I can figure out a time, maybe do one every week. We like to play some number games and have all sorts of fun. We can even play trivia at times, and I don't know, I have a few ideas coming up. So, well, I finished my 310s and my 5200s in that section. Y'all probably can't tell. Let me see if I can turn this around anymore. There we go. There it is. Turn off this. There. I did this section of her face and the 310s in this section and this section. So I got some stuff done. Not a whole lot, but I'm gonna go fix supper. Then I'm gonna clean up from supper, and then I'm gonna get my mom settled down, and then I'm gonna probably diamond paint some more. So yeah, that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.